The long-awaited My Summer Car had finally got out of early access, which means that we can almost smell My Winter Car. So what exactly it means that the game is out of early access? As the name is already saying, it was kinda in a test phase. But now, after it leaves the early access, it means the game is fully out, if you get it. And with the new update, we got a lot of info, not only about My Summer Car, but also about My Winter Car. So, going first through all the things in the new update, we have fixed bug with Amos drivers missing waypoint reference, made police checkpoint areas safer, fixed a bug with inverted handbrake button, added randomizer for waste well levels when receiving truck keys, added a splat effect to the helmet when getting hit by a bee, attempt to improve truck collision safety. Highway AI cars now toggle between high and low beams at dark hours. Added check and penalty for taking a flying start in rally. Added tire explosion sound and increased the volume of flat tire rolling. Increased moped fuel consumption. Fixed bug with Tymo charging player for breaking windows even when player is not around. Fleetari will now take Ferndale and keys back if player keeps it for too long. Wasp can now come in if house doors are being kept open. Pub door now closes and locks up automatically when pub closes. Fixed issue with poker machine getting unattached when using the towing rope. Added voice lines to cousin. Cousin might now end up as your cellmate. Fixed bug with pistons, sometimes turning invisible at certain wear state. He also added, by this update, the game is transitioning away from early access. Even after official 1.0 inches release game will get important patches and changes whenever necessary. But expect no major feature changes anymore. And even more important is My Winter Car part. And if you are one of those players who enjoy waiting, just stay tuned for the official sequel, My Winter Car, that is under active development. We'll see you next time! So, if we quickly dive deep into the update, the new checkpoint areas looks pretty nice, if you ask me, a pretty nice detail. Another really good update is the Wasp one. If you keep your door open, you can get Wasp in the house, absolutely insane. And also the cousin part, the voice lines are pretty funny when you try to speed him up or slow him down. I absolutely love it. And that he can end up as your cellmate, pretty funny too. So now we are moving to more important stuff, the reason this video was even created, and that is because of the My Winter Car update. So in the My Summer Car update, he also mentioned that My Winter Car is under active development, so that's absolutely crazy to hear. But yet another thing not everyone probably saw was, when you open game now, it's completely new loading page, which give us some My Winter Car leaks. Let's take a look. We have 4 slideshows when we get in the game, and the first one is this one. You think you have mastered a game called My Summer Car? Good. You will need that experience. And behind all that text, we can see our project's car/Chorus Rivets engine, which is insane. We can see battery, we can see a block with spark plugs and other engine parts, but one of the most interesting part is this thing right here. That's the VIN that the car will have randomized from 1972 and older or 1973 and newer. And as he said, the manufacturing year is randomized, and the funny thing is that only the oldest models can be registered as a museum vehicle. It's actually pretty insane detail if you ask me. But now, moving to the next slideshow, where we can see 3 websites. The first 2 are already known, but the third one is new, and that's the one we are going to dive deeper after the other 2 slideshows. So since there is nothing special on this one, let's get to the next one. On this one, we have leaving early access. We want to thank every one of you. The story continues? That's kind of the thank you page for every early access player, but if you really think about it, the game has only left the early access, and by that, it can get more popular by the time it gets out. And then My Winter Car will have loads of new players, which will be really good to have a nice big community around those 2 games. And now, before going to the last/the 4th slideshow, if you could please subscribe and like the video if you got any new information so far. Now moving to the slide, we have Saucersoft Entertainment. It's a video game business that was already in My Summer Car, and it provided all the games on the computer in My Summer Car, which is a really nice information that we will have new and old games in My Winter Car for our entertainment. Pretty cool. And now we can finally dip into the new My Winter Car website that was released on the same date as the new update. So if we first look at the My Summer Car page, we can see first one, the top left logo of My Summer Car, and in the top middle we can see text saying, "Welcome to official My Summer Car game page," following with a picture of Satsuma, and the text below saying, "Never seen before true car building and driving simulator." And now scrolling down, we can see that we have some text about the game, then we have features. After that, we have changelog, and then we have multimedia, where we can see the video about My Summer Car, where Topless Gun tells us what the game is about, following with a few pictures of the game. And at the bottom, we have news, where it says that the game is leaving Steam Early Access. A pretty exciting news for us. And now a page where we will look more into, like on the page for My Summer Car. We can see that there is a logo at top left, and in the middle, a title saying, "Welcome to official My Winter Car Game page," following with a picture of Chorus Rivet, absolutely insane. And under that, we have it with following text, "Long-awaited winter sequel to immensely popular My Summer Car." So now if we dive deep into Chorus Rivet's picture, we can firstly see that it is in front of our parents' house. Next to it, it's a tractor that we had in My Summer Car. Also, we can see loads of snow on the trees and on ground. Also, there is a floor Jack will make a return in My Winter Car, and there is this yellow thing that looks like a bag, but I'm not really sure if it is or not. Let me know what you think, and while you are writing, make sure to subscribe and like if you liked the video so far. But if we look at the car, we can firstly see that you can spray paint the car like you could Satsuma in My Summer Car. Also, we can see that the hood opens in a different way, unlike in Satsuma. That's because of the newer model. We can see that the windows are not finished yet, since there is only a white panel, and also there is quite a bit of rust on the car. So that's a nice add-in. Probably this will depend on what model of a car you will get, but now we can on front wheels that they are different. Then on Satsuma, we can see that there is an actual disc brake, unlike it was in My Summer Car. And if we take a look at the back wheels, we can see that there are kinda more layers in drum brake, which is actually how the brake looks like. So it's not as simple as it was before. We can take a look under the car, but I'm not sure if we can see anything special. If you do, make sure to comment, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you liked it so far. Also, besides windows being unfinished, we can see that the backlights are kind of 2 days instead of 3 days. So I would say that is not finished too, so the car is still in development. And if we take a look at the original leak photo and this one, we can see it looks the same. The doors looks the same. The windows looks the same, even the hood looks the same. On this photo, the rear spoiler is not attached, but it looks even cleaner without it, if you ask me, but it's pretty much the same car. Also, if we take a deeper look, we can see there is a rear differential, which is pretty cool since we didn't have it on Satsuma. So that's it for the page, but don't worry. We have 2 more Topless Guns replies related to My Winter Car that we will go through. First one is, when someone commented on a post with, "I think MWC could possibly be weeks away from us." And he responded with, "Hey, no it is not, but I'll finish what's in there currently, and for my part it could be good for EA release then. But no estimates, I don't even have store page up and trailers, etc." With this one, I think we can see that My Winter Car will drop this year almost 100%. Like he said, but we will see. And the second one was when someone said, "Have you ever sat down one day and played the game normally, like you weren't the developer? If yes, tell us about the experience compared to MSC." And he replied with, "I mostly play it like I would any game, without really being in a role of a developer. Of course, when I find bugs or things that need to be changed, I take notes. But I think best way to figure how game plays out is to actually play it with neutral way. In the end, I am developing dream games for my own enjoyment. The experience is harsh. It is also so rewarding when something actually works out like you planned. But still, it is struggle. You need to be very accomplished MSC player to survive with this thing at all. You need to drive carefully, like you would in real life. You need to plan ahead everything. You need to know how your car is affected by the weather. You need to do everything by the book, or you go to jail or lose everything. There is no room for messing around with anything unless you know what you are risking. Racing is difficult. Darkness will make you depressed. When it is daylight, you are in sleep or at work. You have 1 hour per day to build your project car. That basically means you install a rear axle and go to bed, unless it is too cold to be outside and you just watch TV or go to bed. Sure, you can work a lot, there are lots of options, but that's it. You miss your whole life working. The experience is like nothing before. Everything is terrible. Once you come out victorious, you will understand what matters in life. Sorry. Which is so pretty awesome. I can't wait for My Winter Car to drop. If you think the same and you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to stay tuned for the next videos to come.